So we're putting a new fence in right now because our boundary is actually a lot further than we thought out, although we knew the driveway was ours, but it goes further across. So let's go. First to the threshing area. So as we leave the threshing area, we come out onto this road. Again, this is just our village of Sterakovou, and it only leads to the village. Down here you'll see some abandoned houses. There are different areas of these. I have got a video on another area of the main abandoned houses in our village, but also there's some the opposite side of the road of these ones that people have begun doing up. Across the way here you'll see the farm where I'm going to show you the goats, and down here is where we're going to go to the spring. And as I say, there's no throughway here, it's just walking tracks. So this one is not much more than they're using it as a little garden area to come and bring some picnics and enjoy the countryside. This is the opposite side where the abandoned houses, some of them are, and this big slab of stone is actually the roof of one of them, and literally built into the mountainside. We'll do that bit another day. This is different to the ones that I've got on my other video of the abandoned houses. As you can see, this was probably one huge village at one point, and now, as I've said before, there's only 6 full-time residents here, of which me and my husband are 2 of the 6. This is the riverbed. I did a video where I did another walk and I discovered a higher up part of the riverbed. So we'll continue on down. Again, there's another property here being fixed up. Hope you can see it without the sun. It's another one that is actually still ruins. And here is the next one. Again, they've started this one. See if I can go up there for you. So I don't know if you can see. This one they've put doors and windows on and made a little outhouse for their toilet. And they've got a water tower here they've put, if you can see, just behind this tree, so they have water. These aren't in such a bad state as the others. Our neighbour who died, the one that you can see from our house downwards towards the sea, this is actually his family's one, because he always said to us it's the one where it's got the tree growing through the middle of the house. So we actually know who owns this one. And this is inside part of that one. They were very small, and if you notice they were all by the riverbed for obvious reasons. So all old settlements usually were along riverbanks. This is the next one. I just love the old fireplaces inside. And when you find the old shelving areas, very nice. And the old doors. So let's move to the next one. Again, this one has been renovated, and again it's closed up because it's just used for weekends and holidays. And then an abandoned one here. You see the one I've just shown you that's been renovated. It's got solar panels and a water tank. But behind it we have some more abandoned houses. This is inside the one I'm standing by. Ooh, this would have been a big one, look, because it's got a through room. Would have been there. I'm not going to go right in today because it's snake season. And this is a really lovely place here, look, for them to be lurking. There's only one highly venomous snake here. But unfortunately it's a type of snake where if you stand on it, it won't run or move away. So, and you won't see it, even though it's really big, you would not see it. It's the blunt-nosed viper, that's the only one to be careful of here. But you'd just be a fool to go and walk somewhere like this in this time of year. And then, I don't know if you can see because of the sun, but there's another abandoned one behind. I'll see if I can walk to any of these, but as I say, if it's long grass, I'm not going up there today. Oh, I've just seen something really nice, look, they've got the old basket still hanging outside the door. It's a bit of history there. And you can see maybe the roots of a tree coming through there. I think I'll leave these to another day because, as I said, the grass is a bit dodgy right now. But it gives you an idea. If you come and stay with us, I'll take you to all these places and you can really discover the history. Oh, we got a better shot of this one that I wasn't sure if you could see because of the sun, so still might get a bit of sun streak. But this is lovely. If I had unlimited money, this is the sort of thing I would come and do. I would find out the owners and renovate them, but renovate them back to how they were. I don't like modern interiors for these sort of places. If you live in the sort of apartmenty life and all that, yes, it suits that. But I feel for whatever country you're in, you should buy a property that is of the area. After all, I'm here for that kind of life. So that's enough of these for now, because as I say, it's getting very grassy and rocky, and I'll come and do this another season. Let's continue round to the water spring to show you the tops of these houses. and the views. And look what I found here on the way down. It's the old sinks outside. So back down on the track, heading to the water spring. It's a nice twisty turny road, and in a minute we're going over a little bridge that you may well recognise from some of my intros, the nice greeny spring bridge. There's lots of these areas. We've got so many full natural caves around this area. Not very big, not that you can go for a long walk or anything in. They were actually to put the goats and sheep in. Obviously this one isn't one of those, but it shows you how they were formed. You can see the twisty road where we've just come from. So I'll take you to another little cave before we get to the spring. So this one was to put in the goats, to stop the goat rustlers. And even in very recent years, the biggest crime in Cyprus was goat rustling. So whereas other countries have prisons full of people for other reasons as their main crime, goat rustling, until very recent, was our biggest crime. All the natural rock formations. Here you get a good look at the riverbed. As I've said before, we get a little bit of water here from the spring, and when it's rainy season and the snow melts further up the mountain, we don't get snow or frost or anything like that. They slow down the mountain. But if you go to the very top of the Troodos mountain, you can actually do skiing in the winter and then come down this area, go to the beaches and swim in the afternoon. That's the difference in temperature. So here's the entrance to the cave that they would put the goats in. I will go up there, I'm not going in. This is fairly substantial for a cave in Cyprus. I'm not sure if I'll get it because it'd be dark, but let's see. And as you can see, it would be well hidden in the undergrowth. So the robbers couldn't find where the caves are. And it goes as wide as it goes back. It goes quite a bit each side as well. All the things I do for YouTube. And look how thick the walls are. Don't know if you can see. So, go around the bend. And this is the bridge we're crossing now. You don't always notice bridge in Cyprus because it's road over the top. It's actually here. This is from another angle, the picture of the actual bridge that I took the picture of in my opening credits. And the opposite side of the road. This is very beautiful in spring, doesn't look much now. When the snow melts up the Troodos, this becomes like a little waterfall. Way down here, down these rocks, and this whole area is covered with wild spring flowers. So you wouldn't know we're walking over the bridge now. Again, all the landscape. It's quite amazing. Interested if anybody comes and does these walks, just following where I film. So this is the way down to the spring. If we continue up, this is one way to get to the goat farm that we'll go to in a minute. So this is the way to the spring, and the dry riverbed is running down the left side. The old houses we've just visited are up there, above the trees. This is all the dry riverbed. There's a lot of bamboo growing a bit further down the riverbed. Which the locals use for many things. For building, but mostly for when they pick their carobs and actually use bamboo to knock the carobs out of the tree. The bamboo's not far down there. And on the opposite side to that, this is the spring. Lovely drinking water. We collect it and use it for our drinking water. I have spoken before about how we can use our own water at our house. I won't go through all that again. But this is lovely spring water. This is what we use for drinking. It's very good and it's tested. I'll go through all that and explain that. As you can see, I believe that's 1966 if you can't read it, when the spring was made to look like this, more usable.